Poems like these flow as a result of a global quarantine. While the world was under lockdown and we were told we were safer at home, I was churning out poems and recording them in my closet. The outcome is my latest album, Wedding Invitation, a blend of poetry, music, and dramatic sound effects. Throughout the album runs a theme of the woman, faithfulness, unfaithfulness, strength and determination, the allegory of the bride, and an ode to the bridegroom. The album opens with Adam and Eve, praises Rahab's courage, retells the story of the woman at the well, proclaims the unfaithful woman's doom, which is Babylon's doom, and expresses the anticipation of the wait and more. The whole influence of the album, yes. Okay, I wanted to highlight women of biblical times and their role, because there are certain women in the Bible that did some dramatic, heroic things that I think often get overlooked, and I wanted to highlight those women. I was heavily drawn to Matthew chapter 24 during those times, and Matthew 25, and I decided to take some of the poems to put to this album that I'm calling Wedding Invitation, because Matthew 25 talks about a wedding. So I wanted to share the story of the wedding invitation to all humanity. So I selected pieces. So after writing, I selected, there was one poem that I wrote before, because it's part of an ebook collection, Talk of the Town, that I had before. So I decided to include that one on the album. A lot of people tend to say the Bible is patriarchal, which the culture could be patriarchal, but not the creator. He sees men and women as equal. So I wanted to show his perspective and how he dealt with women. And so I included poems like Rahab. She was looked down upon because of her profession, but she was such a hero that I wanted her story told. Also, the poem Talk of the Town. She was caught in an adulterous affair, and when they brought her to the wise judge, I call him in the poem, which is the Messiah, they didn't bring the man. Can a woman be committing adultery by herself? Right. And she went away justified. She was not condemned. So I wanted to show how the society might treat women and how we might say, oh, well, that's what the Bible is, patriarchal. But when you look behind the stories and how, especially certain women in the stories, their heroic, their brave, their courage, we see oftentimes they influence men. They influence men for good, they influence men for bad, but they change the world a lot in these stories if we pay attention. So I wanted to highlight that.